Good morning, children. It's me, Srikanya ma'am. I hope all are fine and safe at your home. From today onwards, we can start our 8th standard science online classes. We are discussing the first chapter, crop production and management. In this chapter, we are discussing what is crop, how the crops are produced, and how these crops are managed or stored after the production of the crops. These are the topics we are discussing in this chapter. And also you may be think about what is the importance of studying this chapter. As you know that our country that is known as an agricultural based country. Around 70% of the people still directly or indirectly depends upon the agriculture. So we should know about the different cropping patterns or different crops and different type of tools that we are used in our agricultural practices. So that is the importance of studying this chapter. Before starting this chapter, I just ask one question, that all we are eating food. What is the importance or what is the need of eating food? That we get energy from the food. That is one reason. And for the proper growth of our body, we require food. Then from the energy, we know that certain large amount of energy we get from the food. So this energy is utilized for the various functions, body functions. To carry out various body functions, this energy is utilized, like respiration, digestion, excretion. All type of body functions are carried out with the help of energy obtained from food. So we can say that food that play an important role in our daily life. What are the sources of food, or from where we get food? We get food from plants and animals, or from both plants and animals we get food. So that we can say that plants and animals are the sources of food. And in 7th standard we have already studied that plants, they are the only organism they can prepare their own food through a particular process. That process is known as photosynthesis. Therefore plants, they are known as autotrophs. I just repeat once more. Plants, they are the only organism, or plants can be prepared their own food by themselves through the process photosynthesis. Therefore plants are known as autotrophs. But in the case of animals, they can't able to prepare their own food. They are depends upon plants for their food. Hence, animals are known as heterotrophs. All these are we have already studied in class 7. So now we can just start our first chapter. Paheli and Bujo went to their uncle's house during the summer vacation. Their uncle is a farmer. One day they saw some tools like a kurpi, sickle, shawl, plow, etc. in the field. This chapter is carried out with a story. The two children, they went to that Paheli and Bujo, they went to their uncle's house, and their uncle is a farmer. So they saw certain tools in the field. So about these tools we can discuss later in this chapter. You have learned that all living organisms require food. Plants can make their food themselves. Can you recall how green plants synthesize their own food? Green plants synthesize their own food by photosynthesis. That carbon dioxide, sunlight, chlorophyll, all that are required for this process. Animals, including humans, cannot make their own food. So, where do we animals get their food from? These animals get food from plants. But first of all, why do we have to eat food? That already I asked this question. Why do we have to eat food, or what is the need of eating food? that we get energy from the food, and from this energy all body functions are carried out. You already know that the energy from the food is utilized by organism for carrying out their various body functions such as digestion, respiration and excretion. We get food from plants or animals or both. So energy we are obtained from food, and this energy is utilized for carrying different body functions. Since we all need food, how can we provide food to a large number of people in our country? That we know that our country population is very large or very high, so all the people in our country require sufficient amount of food. So how can we provide food to this large number of people? That we have to produce large amount of food. Food has to be produced on large scale. In order to provide food for a large population, regular production, proper management and distribution is necessary. That is, we have to produce large amount of food, and after production these produced food that should be properly managed, otherwise it will be spoiled. And after this management we have to distribute these food items to each and every people, otherwise it will not have any function. So for reaching these large amount or for providing food for large population, first of all the regular production of food is necessary. Then after the production, that produced food item should be managed properly. Then after it should be distributed. So that is a small introduction about the chapter. We can go through the first topic, that is agricultural practices. What is mean by agricultural practices? Do you know about it? Agricultural practices, I will explain about agricultural practices later. Till 10,000 BCE, people were nomadic. They were wandering in groups from place to place in search of food and shelter. They ate raw fruits and vegetables and started hunting animals for food. Later, they could cultivate land and produce rice, wheat and other food crops, and thus was born agriculture. Here and that is the people, our ancestors. Our ancestors, they ate only raw vegetables and fruits, and they also started hunting animals for the food items. And later, that is after so many years later, they starts to cultivate land and starts to produce different type of crops like wheat, paddy, rice or rice. That type of crops they starts to cultivate in the land. Thus the agriculture was born. So before that there was no agriculture. They just ate raw vegetables and fruits. So before starting this chapter, I told you that in this chapter we are discussing about what is crop. So now we are discussing about what is crop. So crops, they are nothing but plants, but it is the same type of plant or same kind of plants that are cultivated or grown in a single place on a large scale production, that is known as crops. So we can simply say that crops are same type of plants, they are grown in a single place for large production. We can say that crop of wheat. What is the meaning of crop of wheat? Crop of wheat means a place or a field that is full of the plant wheat only. So that is crop of wheat. When plants of the same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called crop. So please underline this one because it is a definition for crop. Those who have textbook, please underline what is meant by crop. And if those who are not having textbook, please write down this definition of crop. It's very important one. So crop, what is the crop? What is meant by crop? When plants of the same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. For example, crop of wheat means that all the plants grown in a field are that of wheat. So crop of wheat means that is all the plants that are grown in that field will be that plants of wheat. You already know that the crops are of different types like cereals, vegetables and fruits. These can be classified on the basis of the season in which they grow. So that we know that our country, that their season that are very different, or climatic conditions are different from one place to another place. So depends upon that climatic condition, each and every place different type of crops are grown. So according to that climatic conditions, we can classify our cropping pattern into two, that we can discuss now. India is a vast country. The climatic conditions like temperature, humidity and rainfall vary from one region to another. Accordingly, there is a variety of crop grown in different parts of the country. Despite this diversity, two broad cropping patterns can be identified. So we can classify our cropping patterns based on different climatic conditions, that are Kharif crops, and second one is Rabi crops. So first one, Kharif crops. So please underline what is Kharif crops. That we know that our country, that climatic condition, we are divided into three seasons: summer season, monsoon season and winter season. And all these season different type of crops or different type of plants are grown in all these seasons. So Kharif crop means the crops that are grown in a rainy season, that are collectively known as Kharif crops. These Kharif crops include rice, paddy, maize, soya bean, groundnut, cotton, all that are the Kharif crops. So Kharif crops, they are the crops that are grown in a monsoon or a rainy season. So Rabi crops, that will be the crops that are grown in the winter season, that is Rabi crops. It's very important one, so you have to underline this one, Kharif and Rabi crops. Kharif crops, the crops which are sown in the rainy season, are called Kharif crops. The rainy season in India is generally from June to September. Paddy, maize, soya bean, groundnut and cotton are Kharif crops. So that is about Kharif crops, that are the crops that are grown in a monsoon season or a rainy season are known as Kharif crops. And the monsoon season, we know that the monsoon season will be from June to September. And these Kharif crops include paddy, maize, soya bean, all that are Kharif crops. And next one is Rabi crops. The crops grown in the winter season, that is from October to March, are called Rabi crops. Examples of Rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard and linseed. So Rabi crops, that are the crops grown in winter season, and examples are wheat, gram, mustard, linseed, all that are examples for Rabi crops. So according to our climatic condition, we are classified our cropping pattern into two, Kharif and Rabi crops. And in summer season, certain vegetables and pulses also cultivated. Besides these, pulses and vegetables are grown during the summer at many places. So that is about the cropping pattern in our country. So is it clear, all of you, that cropping pattern that is two type of cropping patterns are there, Kharif and Rabi crops. So now we can go through the next topic, is this basic practices of crop production. That basic practices, that means we know that for cultivating or for growing a particular crop, the farmer has to take several steps. that first he has to pick a dig, then after he has to put the seeds, then after some days the plant starts to grow, so the farmers has to give manures and fertilizers and add water into the plants. So several steps he has to be taken to cultivate a particular crop. So all these steps that are taken by a farmer to cultivate a crop, that is known as agricultural practices. Cultivation of crops involve several activities undertaken by farmers over a period of time. You may find that these activities are similar to those carried out by a gardener or even by you when you grow ornamental plants in your house. These activities or tasks referred to as agricultural practices. So that agricultural practices means for the cultivation of a crop, the farmer has to take several steps or several tasks. All these tasks that are known as agricultural practices, and these agricultural practices including several steps, that here 7 steps are there, that is very important one. So you have to study these in the order wise also. That are the first one is preparation of soil, second one sowing, third adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting and storage. That is the agricultural practices, that preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizer. That preparation of soil, that first we have to prepare the soil for the production of the crops, then after we have to sow the seed, then after we have to add the manure and fertilizers. Water, irrigation means the supply of water into the plants, that is irrigation. And protecting from weeds, that are unwanted or unnecessary plants that are grown along with the particular crop, that is weeds. That also we can discuss later. Then harvesting means after the production we have to cultivate or harvest the crop, and after harvesting we have to store the crop, store the grains for the next purposes. So that is the several steps undertaken by the agricultural practices. So these are the topics today we have discussed. What are they? First we have discussed about what is crop. Crop, that are the same kind of plants that are cultivated in a single place on large production, that is crop. And the cropping pattern can be classified into two according to the climatic condition. What are they? That are Kharif crop and Rabi crops. So cropping pattern can be classified into two, Kharif and Rabi crops. And next we have discussed what is Kharif crops. Kharif crop means the crops that are grown in a rainy season are known as Kharif crops, and the examples including paddy, soyabean, cotton, all that are examples for Kharif crops. Then next we have discussed what is Rabi crops. Rabi crops that are grown in the winter season. That is crops that are grown in the winter season are known as Rabi crops, and examples that are wheat, gram, mustard, all that are the examples for the Rabi crops. Then next we have discussed about what is agricultural practices. Agricultural practices means the activities or task takes place by a farmer to cultivate a crop, that are known as agricultural practices. And the agricultural practices including 7 steps. That what are they? Preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting and storage. So these 7 steps are included in agricultural practices. So these are the topics we have discussed today. The next day we can discuss detail about each and every these 7 steps. So I will give certain questions for as a homework for you. That simple questions, you just look at the video, that Which of the following is a kharif crop? Paddy, gram, pea, linseed. And in which of the following patterns are wheat and gram classified? Rabi crops, kharif crops, summer crops, or pulses? The same kind of plants grown and cultivated on a large scale at a place is called dash. The time duration for Rabi crop is generally from dash. The crops which is sown in rainy season is called dash. So these are the topics today we have discussed. Okay, thank you.